Hello everybody, what's going on? And we recently had a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, and I wanted to take a moment to go over my thoughts on everything that was shown in the Direct and just my thoughts on Smash Bros. Ultimate, as a whole. So to just talk about how I first got into Smash. I actually did not grow up with playing 64 and Melee. I did not get into playing Smash until Brawl came out, because I remember when Brawl came out, my cousin introduced the game to me. He wanted me to go down to GameStop and pick it up, so I figured, hey, I'll pick the game up used, and if I didn't like the game, I could just take it right back. And I actually really enjoyed the game. I thought the game was pretty fun, and ever since then, I've been a Smash Bros. Fan. So now I want to talk about Ultimate, and let's get right into the big news. The big news was that they announced Simon Belmont. That was the first thing they showed. Well, no, actually, the first thing they showed was Luigi get his soul ripped out of his body, because in every trailer so far for Ultimate, people have been killed. They killed Mario, they killed Mega Man, and now they killed Luigi. Who are they going to kill next? So anyway, talking about Simon, he looks like a really fun character. I'm really looking forward to playing as him, because they say he has the longest reach of any character in the game. And I really like how not only is he a good, I guess melee character, but he also has projectiles. I love playing projectile characters, a character that have good projectile game. And everything that I saw about him, he looks really fun. And I just can't wait to get my hands on, to try him out. Let's see what else they showed. They showed Dracula's castle, the darkest stage in the game, and different monsters from the Castlevania series comes in during the fight. 34 different music tracks. A ridiculous amount of music for Castlevania. Holy crap. What else? Oh, and they have an Echo Fighter for Simon, Richter. I had no idea who Richter was. I'm not a huge Castlevania guy, so I knew who Simon was, but I had no clue who Richter was. But sure enough, yeah, he's an Echo Fighter. And I want to take a moment to just talk about my thoughts on Echo Fighters and how I feel about them. For me personally, I do not like Echo Fighters. I think that it would be way more interesting for a character to have an original move set instead of being kind of a combination, a mishmash of different characters. Because I look at somebody like Dark Pit, for instance. The game he comes from has tons of different weapons and tons of different characters. Tons of different powers, excuse me. So when he is an Echo Fighter, essentially a clone of Pit, it feels like a waste, because he has the tools from the game he's from to be unique, but he's been regulated to just being a clone. So the way I feel is that I personally, that's the biggest thing that I don't like about Ultimate, is that they essentially are putting these characters in, like Pit or Crom. They're putting all these characters in who people would love to be in the game, but yeah, they're Echo Fighter. So it's just that if I could have it different, I would pay money if needed to have them be an original character. All right, so speaking of Echoes, yeah, like I said, they have Crom in the game, and they also show Dark Samus. A lot of Samus players, I'm not a huge Samus player. I prefer Zero Suit more than regular Samus, but a lot of people are saying that because Dark Samus has a better role than normal Samus, that she might actually end up being a better character than regular Samus. So we'll have to see, as the game comes out, if that ends up being true. And they also showed a couple more stages. Pretty much every stage that's ever been in Smash is in this game. There's only about a handful that aren't, but at least for me, every stage that I love is in Ultimate. And the game is, speaking of stages, I love how not only can every stage be a Battlefield or Omega, you could turn off the stage hazards. So if you don't know what I mean by Battlefield and Omega, pretty much Battlefield just makes it like a flat stage with 3 platforms, and then Omega is just a perfectly flat stage. And then the reason why being able to turn off stage hazard is a big deal is there's lots of nice stages in Smash Bros. Like for one thing is the Magicant stage, that's a nice stage. The Mega Man stage, that's also a really nice stage. Problem is they have stage hazard. They have things that attack you. The stage is transforming, the stage is moving and everything. And for me, I don't like playing on really annoying stages. I feel that I want to be fighting other players. I don't want to have to be fighting the stage, or the stage is attacking me or doing things like that. So being able to turn off the stage hazards, it makes it so that now we have stages that otherwise wouldn't be playable, especially in tournaments, that otherwise wouldn't be playable. Now they can be playable. And then they also showed something that I didn't even realize I wanted, but once I saw it, I love it. So you can pick a stage, so you can pick 2 stages, and then throughout the match it'll switch between the 2 stages. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is going to be implemented, for like stages that have like walk-offs or stages that transform. I'm just really looking forward to seeing this in action. I think it's a really nice feature that hopefully they'll do something like that with the characters, being able to every time you die, switch to a different character, because I know that's how Project M does it, and I feel that would be pretty cool to be able to bring that into Ultimate. All right, so another thing they talked about was the music in the game. Over 900 tracks of music. That is insanity. That is crazy. The game has so much content now that it honestly feels like $60 is a steal for this game, because I'm about to go into something. I'll save it for the end of the video. But anyway, let's move on. When you first go into the Smash mode, the first thing you pick is the game rules. And one thing that I love that they have now is that you can actually pick a rule set and save it. Because what would happen in previous Smash games, I know Smash 4 did this, if you picked a certain rule set and then you quit the game and come back, it resets back to time. And nobody I know likes playing Smash on time. Everybody I know likes playing Smash on having about 2 or 3 lives, and then we play, and then whoever is the last man standing wins. That's how I like playing Smash. That's how everybody I know who plays Smash likes to play the game. So I love how we can just pick a rule set and that's always going to be in effect. Then the next thing they said is that stage selection comes before the fighters. And at first I thought that was kind of weird, like, oh, why is the stages first? But then they explained that if you pick the stage first, it makes it so that your character is going to be well suited for that stage. Like if you pick somebody like Little Mac who doesn't have a good recovery on a stage that's huge, then it is not going to work good. So I really like how they have the stage first, then the characters. Another thing they showed was that for the final smashes, now you can have it also be a meter. So instead of having to be like having to hit the smash ball, you can just, as the match progresses, as you do damage, charge up a meter and then unleash your final smash. Now the only problem I have with this is that it seems unbalanced from what I saw, because for example, they showed Lucas doing his final smash and it has such small range it barely did anything. And then they had Marth and his final smash killed Lucas at 20%. So it just seems like that mode needs a lot of refining before launch, because there's no reason that somebody should be dying at 20% from a final smash. Squad Strike, 5v5 or 3v3 elimination style battle mode. That seems pretty nice. And then tourney mode, where you can just pick up, you can have up to 32 players and it automatically generates a tournament bracket. Then they had Smashdown mode, where you can pick a fighter and then in the next match that fighter is no longer able to be selected. So you pretty much is like a mode where you pick a character and everybody just cycles through the whole cast. And then one thing I was really excited to see, the training mode. It's finally a good training mode. We finally have a nice training mode in Smash, because it has different backgrounds to kind of judge distance, and then every time you launch an opponent, it shows different trajectory lines. So this is going to be great for practicing in the training mode. Training mode is finally going to be better than bare bones. What else they showed? They showed different items, like Ness using Death Scythe. They showed the banana gun, the evil mushroom. They showed some new Pokemon and some assist trophies. And once again, they're continuing the trend of characters that people want being assist trophies. So Zero's an assist trophy, Waluigi's an assist trophy, Knuckles an assist trophy, Crystal from Star Fox is an assist trophy, and then Shovel Knight. Now, funny thing about Shovel Knight is that he's an assist trophy, but then they recently announced for Rivals of Aether that Shovel Knight is going to be a playable character. So it's kind of like, yeah, he's not in Smash, but at least he's in at least he's in Rivals, so that's nice. What else they showed? They showed some dragon from Monster Hunter. I've never played Monster Hunter, so I had no idea who it was, but I recognized kind of like the art style as, it was Monster Hunter. What else they showed? And they showed the main menu. The main menu looks really nice to me, but of course the big thing that people noticed was they had a certain mode that wasn't being shown, and I'm thinking it might be Subspace Emissary from Brawl. That was a really nice mode. I really like Subspace, and I'm just thinking that whatever the mode is, it has to be something worthwhile, because why else would they not show it if it isn't anything worth talking about? And then the last thing they showed, King K. Rool. They did the fake out with DDD, and then the real K. Rool came and knocked DDD out of there, and then we got to see some more gameplay with K. Rool. And I'm really loving how they're listening to so many people. Not so many people. They're listening to so many requests that people wanted to have in the game, such as Ridley and K. Rool and Simon Belmont. They're listening, and Chrom. They're like, I really love how they're really paying attention to what people want, and I feel this game definitely is deserving of the title Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The only thing I really want to see potentially changed, I would like to have an option to turn off the knockback smoke, because if you notice in gameplay, whenever somebody gets hit, it shows the smoke to kind of show which character was the one that caused that person to be hit. And I think it's a little too, the smoke is too big and too thick, and I just kind of wish there was a way to turn that off. So yeah, that's pretty much everything they talked about. To summarize, everything looking good. I don't really care for Echo Fighters, and the new characters look awesome. December cannot get here fast enough, and if you're watching this video and you want to challenge me to Smash Ultimate when it comes out, just let me know, and I'll be willing to play against anybody. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day, and see you later.